Now on Good Morning El Paso, breaking overnight. One person is in the hospital following a SWAT situation. Our round-the-clock crew has the latest developments.
Of course the elections will not be rigged. What does that mean?
The president with some pointed words for the GOP candidate, plus what he had to say about a cash payment of millions of dollars to Iran. Some think it was a ransom payment. And happening today, tax-free weekend kicks off just in time for the start of the school year.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso.
A very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle. Hillary Florin is off today. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. Time to talk about our forecast this Friday. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning, Stephanie. Let's get you out the door with your day planner for El Paso and Las Cruces. We're off to a very nice start with temperatures currently in the 70s, and by the 9 o'clock hour, we will be sitting in the upper 70s. Currently, our clouds and radar pictures showing us that we are under mostly cloudy skies. Most of the moisture is well towards our north, out towards our west. We're not seeing very much activity in El Paso and Las Cruces, but some light showers moving through dimming. The lighter greens that you see there evaporating before it hits the ground. The darker greens, now that's where we're seeing the heavier rainfall. We still have a chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for today, so you may want to keep that umbrella handy. Coming up at 6:07 with your weather and traffic on the 7s, we'll take a look at your ABC 7 WeatherNet sites, region temperatures, plus a look at your school day planner. Stephanie?
Okay, Nicole, thank you. Now to breaking news. A SWAT situation unfolded overnight in Far East El Paso. It started just before 3 a.m. on the 3800 block of Tierra Alamo in Far East El Paso. And that's where we find Good Morning El Paso's Denise Olivas live with the details. Denise.
Good morning, Stephanie. A woman is recovering from a gunshot wound and her husband now facing charges. This comes after the SWAT team was called out because the suspect barricaded himself in one of these homes that you see right behind me. The SWAT team has cleared out already, but just part of the street still remains taped off. Let's get to our video shot by our round-the-clock crew. Just a few hours ago, the 34-year-old woman was taken to a local hospital. A spokesman for the El Paso Police Department says he was unclear of her condition, but he believes that she was not in critical condition. Police say their two children, ages 10 and 12, were also inside the home, but they are okay. Neighbors were also evacuated from their homes because the suspect was armed. SWAT team members negotiated with the suspect for a few hours before he was taken into custody at about 4 this morning. And now back out here live, as you can see, it appears that El Paso police officers are still out here, possibly still investigating or just monitoring the home here, but it's still taped off. It's still unclear when exactly this street will be opened up again. This is the 3800 block of Tierra Alamo, and of course, as soon as we get any more information, we'll pass it along. We do know now that the suspect is facing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. For now, we are in Far East El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC 7.
All right, Denise, thank you for the update. Happening today, tax-free weekend kicks off in Texas and New Mexico. In Texas, shoes, clothes, backpacks, and school supplies will not be taxed. But each individual item must cost less than $100. The same in New Mexico, but there will also be no tax on computers that cost up to $1,000 and computer accessories up to $500. We have a link to all the rules for both Texas and New Mexico on our website, KVIA.com. You can find it under the links mentioned section. A terrifying sight over the Big Easy. Take a look.
I'm freaking out. I'm calling my mom. Oh my God. Oh my God.
This morning, the National Weather Service confirming at least one tornado touchdown in New Orleans yesterday. When it was over, severe damage left behind. Trees and power lines down, piles of bricks and wood littering streets and sidewalks. Only 2 minor injuries were reported, though. President Obama spoke on a variety of issues at a news conference yesterday at the Pentagon. He particularly focused on ISIS, accusations that the U.S. paid a ransom to Iran, and the presidential candidacy of Donald Trump.
We have a policy that we don't pay ransom. And the notion that we would somehow start now in this high-profile way and announce it to the world, even as we're looking into the faces of other hostage families whose loved ones are being held hostage, and say to them that we don't pay ransom, defies logic.
The president also had some very pointed words about Donald Trump. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes right here on Good Morning El Paso. Happening today, the 2016 Olympics officially kick off in Rio de Janeiro. Security is in place and the world now waits for the opening ceremony at Maracana Stadium. Rio de Janeiro and its colorful beaches await as tourists trickle into the Olympic city. This is the first time that the Olympic Games are held in South America. But Rio's big moment, as you know, has not been without controversy and problems. There have been concerns about the Zika virus in Brazil, super bacteria tested on the beaches, shoddy construction in the Olympic Village, crime in the city, and not to mention all the political instability after Brazil's president was impeached. With the monsoon season here in the borderland, mosquitoes are expected to come out in force. And with an outbreak already taking place in Florida, El Paso is making efforts to educate the public on the Zika virus.
August is the borderland's wettest month on average. And while the rain is welcomed by most, the standing water is a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
We're unique in the fact that the two types of mosquitoes that are prevalent around here are the ones that actually carry disease. West Nile virus, and then of course we have the mosquito here in El Paso that can breed Zika virus.
Since March, the city's public health department has received support from the mayor, city council, and Representative Beto O'Rourke in petitioning Congress for Zika prevention funding. But so far, no state or federal funding has been set aside for local health departments for Zika prevention.
I would like to remind the public that to go outside to their yards or in the front yards, and if they have anything that holds water, just to tip and toss it.
Despite the lack of Zika-specific funding, the city has been able to tap into $17,000 worth of Ebola funding to jumpstart its Zika education efforts.
I have a lot of print educational materials that are both available online as well as in printed form that we've been disseminating to a lot of the medical organizations.
But in the end, it comes down to you.
The effort to prevent Zika is really an individual effort. I mean, the city can do so much.
Stephen Decatur, ABC 7.
And now let's talk about our weather forecast at 6:07. It's time for weather and traffic on the 7th. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning. Here's your Friday school planner. Drop off 75 degrees. By lunchtime, 91 with a slight chance for showers. By the time you pick those kiddos up from school, 98 degrees. Make sure you drink plenty of water this afternoon. Temperatures are expected to heat up. Our ABC 7 WeatherNet site showing temperatures across southern New Mexico in the 70s. So Las Cruces, across southern New Mexico, temperatures are nice and comfortable. El Paso at the airport, we're at 73, but we're under mostly cloudy skies this morning, calm winds, and it is humid out there. 68 is the temperature in Las Cruces with light winds and relative humidity currently sitting at 78%. Here are your temperatures around the region. Ruidoso 59, Van Horn currently in the 70s, and 69 is the temperature in TRC. Coming up in your full forecast, we're going to take a closer look at radar, talk about rain chances for the weekend and just how hot those temperatures will get today and the weekend. That's coming up. Mauricio?
Hey, Nicole. Well, roads across the borderland are looking clear for the most part, but we're tracking congestion on Trans Mountain in both directions. 11 miles per hour heading eastbound. That one a lot slower than usual. 47 heading westbound. So if you are heading out there, do give yourself a little bit more time. We'll update you as soon as these roads do clear up. Want to look now over to Las Cruces. Good morning to you. Where traffic is flowing well, no issues that we're tracking. 65 miles per hour. If you're heading on I-10 west, 69 if you're heading east, and Highway 70 won't give you any problems today. It'll remain open all day. Let's give you a live look now at our ABC 7 TxDOT cameras to West El Paso, I-10 at mile marker 14, where again the roads are quiet. Coming up at 6:17 for your weather and traffic on the 7s. I'll have a look at your west side drive times plus an updated look at your traffic flows.
All right, Mauricio, thank you. And still much more to come here on Good Morning El Paso. A forklift soldier has been missing more than 2 months. Why his family does not believe he went AWOL. Plus some good news if you regularly surf the web, which likely includes most of us. It's 6:09 and this is ABC 7, where news comes first.